Hello, welcome to this reading of r/entitled parents, read by Red. Before we get going, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel because I make videos every day and you need a little bit of entertainment, I'm sure. Okay, here's our first story. Entitled mum demands $1,500 after I give her a puppy. So this happened around a month ago. I have 2 golden retrievers and they recently had a pupper. Not one pup, they had 7. I wrote that because we'll be focusing on this dog. I gave the rest to friends and family members. It's already pretty difficult to look after my 2 dogs, and a third one was driving me crazy, lol. So I decided to give the dog to someone for free. I asked a couple of friends and family members, and my mum said she had a friend that was looking for a dog for months now. So I messaged her and she said she would take it. Great! We planned on meeting in a park so the dog would run around and such. When I head there, I saw her entitled mother and her son. I walk up to them with my pup in my arms and they look at the dog. The child plays with her while we talk. The following is what happened. "Do you like the dog, honey?" The child nods while he's playing with the dog. "Alright, so I can give you some dog food and a leash for giving the puppy a good home." "That's it? I mean, I looked up what dogs needed to be taken care of, and this is a bit too less, don't you think?" "Yeah, this is not enough, but I thought you could buy the rest?" "Normally when you get a dog from a shelter or anything, you gotta get these things with your own money." "Well, I thought I could get some things from you since I'm friends with your mum. I looked at dogs products at eBay and thought you could give me around $1,500 so we could get the products." "What? No, that's not how it works. I have 2 dogs in my house and I need that money for rent." Entitled mother says she doesn't have that much money so she won't get the dog, and I thought that was it. Then entitled mother walks over to her son and tells him that they're not going to get the dog. The brat started screaming and rolling around on the floor. Entitled mother is a bit angry now and walks over to me. "See, you made him cry. If you had just given me the dog, this wouldn't happen." "Are you kidding me? You're the one who asked for $1,500. I'm not going to give $1,500 to a person just because they took my dog." Everyone could hear us now. After a while of this, a policeman came asking what's happening. I had the dog in my arms. "He's trying to steal my dog! He stole her from my son!" She pointed at the kid who was still crying. "Are you kidding me? I was trying to give this dog to you, but you wanted money for taking her." Me speaking to the policeman, explaining everything. The policeman was confused, as there was no proof of our stories until I showed him a picture of where my dog was pregnant and another one where the puppy was born. He believed me and I left. The woman was screaming at me when I was leaving. I immediately called my mom to tell her everything, and that was that. This entitled mother is also a bit of a choosing beggar, it sounds like. Okay, our next story. Entitled mother says her kid doesn't want to eat veggies, so entitled mother decides to raid my fridge and cooked a dozen eggs. I had visitors a week ago in my new house, and some of them brought their kids. Lots of little kids aged 9 and below. Anyway, I tried to be a gracious host. I entertained the kids and let them play on my video games, so their parents and my parents can have time to talk and enjoy the company of each other. The kids pretty much enjoyed Splatoon 2, and 4 of them can play at the same time. My house was filled with the laughter of kids. And for breakfast, since they came early, I decided to leave the kids playing and the adults with their conversation, and I prepared chicken soup. I slipped in tiny slices of carrots and cabbages. The same recipe my mum uses to make it healthy for the kids. By the time I was finished, I was surprised to see that one of the parents was playing and the kids were just watching. Anyway, I called them over to the kitchen and served them breakfast. The adults let the kids eat first since I have a small dining table and seats only up to 6 people. The kids loved it. After a while, one of the kids asked, "Uncle, this tastes so good. What's your secret?" I was overwhelmed. It's my first time cooking for people other than myself. So feeling like a pro chef, I explained that I blanched the veggies so when I put them in the soup, they retain their crispness. The kids are so amazed that what they actually ate just now are carrots and cabbages. They say they hated these things. So now they're all gathered around and so eager for what I cook next. They are now very eager to taste the rest of the veggies in my fridge. So I told them I'll make stir-fried noodles topped with veggies for lunch using a Chinese recipe I learned from my dad. I showed them string beans, sweet potatoes, eggplant, bitter melon, garlic, and some onion. I was surprised that some of them didn't even know what they look like. Yes, they know the name because they learned it in school, but they didn't have a chance to see it in person. Anyway, as I showed them how to cut, but I didn't let them touch the knife because I was afraid they would lose a finger. One of the parents saw them and screamed at them. She brought them out of the kitchen, and as they left, I can hear the kids so eager to tell her stories about vegetables. So I proceed on cooking, and when it's time for lunch, I called them over. This time around, the adults should eat with us. So I took some extra chairs and I allowed some of them to eat on the couch. Now the kids are all excited to eat my veggies except one. All the other kids kept asking each other what it tastes like, and they all exclaimed how delicious it was. One even said it doesn't taste like any veggies she's ever eaten before. But one of them was quiet and had an empty plate, so I asked him, "Why aren't you eating? Don't you like it?" Poor kid. I can see that he wants to say something, but he glanced at his mum instead. "He doesn't eat vegetables." "Oh, okay. Is he allergic or something?" "No, just a very picky eater." "Oh, why don't you have a bite and just don't finish it if you don't like it?" I said this to the kid, and the kid glanced over at his mum again. "If you only knew how hard I tried to force him to eat them, but no, he cries his eyes out and throws his plates." "Okay, shall I cook you something else then? Bacon, fried chicken?" "Just don't bother with him. I'll just cook him eggs." I gave up encouraging the kid to eat and just ate lunch myself. After the entitled mother was finished, she went over to my fridge and decided to take a tray of eggs out and started cracking them one by one. I asked her if she needed any help, but no, she insisted on cooking herself. She even said I must be tired of all the cooking, so I should just relax. Okay. So I left her and joined the kids. They still keep on asking how I did it, like it was some magic. I envy their innocence. It took a while until the kid got back. The other kids began teasing him that he was not able to taste my dish. But now he's boasting about how many eggs both him and his mum had eaten. 12 eggs for lunch. I'm feeling sorry for the kid, but I don't want to embarrass him. He's proud of himself. I'm not quite sure if this was normal for this kid and his mum to go and visit another house and cook their food without asking permission, or it's just that I was quite hospitable and that they forgot they don't live here. And for goodness sake, 12 eggs for lunch? Those were some strange stories about entitled parents. I hope you enjoyed them. Please like the video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!